Hello everyone and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So, last time I said I would check out if I have any interest recording the Shadows Amid Snowstorms quest. I did the last Act 3, it was very short so it wasn't so important to record. Anyways, it was one big confusion, all I could say, but the event was fine. So as I promised, this time I will be starting my quest to Inazuma, so this part might take quite some time.
Are you okay? I never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss.
Oh, he's still thinking about it. I already forgot about it. That event. Where actually is Dainsleif right now? I'm still thinking about it. Why hasn't he shown up again? I still can't accept
Well,
it.
keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us.
Well, the end is when we'll understand what's happening. Doesn't necessarily mean once we end up to Conria.
And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad to have you as a guide, Paimon.
Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey...
I still need to find that god.
Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place?
Yeah.
You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
I wonder when we will see her the second time. I need answers from her. I don't think she will be answering anything.
Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery.
I mean,
Well, we've ruled out two
maybe
gods so
we're
far,
just a
the animal and
bystander
Neo
that
Archons.
just got
So
caught in the
next,
story. Yeah, let's go to Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in.
Well, we'll have to change that if it's
Why don't we
closed.
ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
Sure, there's someone we've met. Yes, we did meet. That quest actually appeared a few months before Inazuma, so they planned it out carefully.
Oh, Paimon spotted someone already! Atsuko in Lea Harbor!
That's right.
She's from Inazuma! Let's
That's
see what
right.
she has to say.
I still remember her meeting. Even the little quests sometimes excite me. So I'm hoping we'll find more characters that tell us about Sumeru more. Sure, there was that one ruin grader thing. So she's right here. Otherwise she would be here if I wouldn't have completed World Quest. I think that's the requirement.
Hello. I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well,
Yes, tough
there
question.
is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
The way is through the
but
ocean.
the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean
The pursuers.
for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me.
Did someone from Leeway say you?
That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
Or maybe it's just your imagination.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and
Before
I
going
felt
to
like I didn't
Inazuma,
belong there.
you understand how much of a mess it is. After leaving, it's less, but still no better.
Kanjo Commission? What's
Everything's
that?
restricted, there's a war going on.
along with the other two commissions,
Just
they
fantastic
oversee
place.
everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising.
That's rarely
One of
heard.
the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future.
Well, that's understandable.
What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there.
I have a compelling reason. A
You
really
should
big
know
one.
that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree,
Well, the
the
guards
closed
aren't
nation
the problem.
policy of Inazuma.
I know I haven't increased my character levels
And
lately.
even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation
get
at the
through.
Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Oh yeah.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
But there's a place for Outlanders to go, right?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed, but if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue.
Of course they have a way. They traveled from and to
Voyaging
there.
far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
Too bad we can't actually see the
But
storm
it's
in
an
the
armed
ocean.
fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way.
Let's give it a
The
try.
Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Yes, I know
Then
where it
there's
is.
no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
Now it will be actually easier to get on, since there's a waypoint. Unlike just hopping on the mountain and flying over. They could have also changed something like for new players. Let's say they get a character from Inazuma, but they can't get the materials. Give them, I don't know, a little waypoint here for a ship. Only here. And you can travel all the way without going through the story quest requirements. The only thing could be the last island. Maybe put some fog, some enemies, actual thunderstorms as a challenge, and there you go. An optional way how to get there without progressing the story, just for the items. Also, since I've met Beidou before, there shouldn't be any introductions. And there's Kazuha.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui and Osile, right?
That's it. We met before. My reputation precedes me.
Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said.
We've already been through this. With Xiangling.
She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that
Again,
time's come.
floating thing.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Wind and Earth. That could be because I have already resonated with Anima and Geo. But the stars? That's that... It's like that theory about the 8th element.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
Is this guy a bard by any chance?
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
What a nice way to introduce him.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
So you're a poet.
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean?
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it?
Nope.
The Crux Clash
Never.
is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents.
This should be like an actual challenge.
There are two important
in-game.
rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
I don't have a vision, but
You must be feeling confident,
I can
but you
still
might want to
use
watch
it.
out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
why doesn't he have a master?
When a vision bearer
Well,
dies,
obviously I
the
know.
light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains.
So that was his
As for whether this shell has
original
any practical
idea to give
application,
it away.
well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent.
Well, no. It doesn't have to be strength or talent at
Organizing
all.
the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
A vision is of no use to me.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
That's some nice
Up to you.
conditions. That was easy.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
Of course she wants it. She wants to
What's
see a
wrong with
nice
that?
fight.
The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
Let's give this a shot.
Great. Then let's get you signed up.
It's not like I'll
Head
lose.
to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Oh, that gun, it's gonna take some time. Achievement. Okay, let's take some Primogens. There's going to be a lot of primos in Inazuma. Okay.
Hello? Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet?
Not yet.
Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then it'll allow just anyone to take part.
I already know.
The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
A rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Runner?
Aha. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years.
No.
There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a nut. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
Sounds dangerous.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them, and hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work.
Thanks for letting us know.
Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Okay, good luck. He's confident at least. These guys.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught us. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled.
All these
Jan
kinds
and I
of
are
clans
both
and I
proud
never heard.
disciples of his.
The Lingshan clan?
You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
Is that really possible?
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
I don't know if that's real.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now.
Sounds
If we don't start
fishy to
making
me.
progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you
Sounds
gotta
like
show
a
you're
grand
sincere about
scheme.
it.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly impatient with us.
He's impatient with you.
Recently, though, we heard
Has
that
he
a Vision
tried?
Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
Wait. Is that Shincho supposed to be?
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Ocean won't make you better at martial arts.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Lingshan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
Can't fault you for
See you in
trying.
the arena.
Well, at least they want to try. And last one. Look at this guy resting.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I've found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me,
You a
obtaining
champion?
a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life.
Do you want to become a hero?
No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know
looks
I haven't
like it
reached
did.
perfection yet.
You just
because
can't
there's
see
one
it.
thing I'm still missing. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
Or you're a renowned fighter?
That's not important. I
It
had
is.
contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf.
Okay, well, arrangements. You're still gonna get beaten up.
I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really,
Oh, you
to
will need
have
it.
so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this
Don't
tournament.
be so sure.
You don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge.
Of
Now then,
course.
if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Okay. We will see.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes,
Yeah.
and another guy who's just really average.
The average one
Seems
seemed
like we've got a pretty
normal.
good chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
And the rest? What are the rest of the people here? Just to watch? Not much competition going on.
Jinxa Village Arm Wrestling Champion, huh? Alright, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Crux.
Wait, aren't you?
Yes, I
Did I
am.
hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh,
Correct.
it's really him!
Oh, hey, look at that. It's Dark Iron Sword. I recognize it.
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Who?
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph
Oh yeah, I
later.
guess she was there.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament?
But I don't have a vision.
Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yes, it's impressive.
He still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Do you even need more? Let's see, they won't know much about this, so I defeated Fatui Harbinger.
Yeah, and also a dragon, too. Put down Battle with Storm Terror.
Whoa.
Might
Okay.
as well declare him the champion already.
Yeah, you
I
could
wonder
say
if it's
that.
too late to withdraw.
Make this journey
Okay,
quicker for me.
That's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too?
Yeah, we don't need this
First I've heard
prize.
of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
Well, I also always face
I
danger.
see.
So naturally, I'll go where
I
it's
take it you
dangerous.
discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then.
Just not that interested in vision, that's all.
Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Okay.
So, Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Tibet think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings.
That's
In any
fine.
case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right?
Makes
All right,
sense.
it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Yes, I'm
Good.
ready.
Then please follow me into the arena.
I've been training
Our
with
next
Ether,
competitor is seen
so
by
he's
many
not
as the
so
favorite
weak.
to win this tournament. His first bout begins now.
Yeah. Oh,
you?
Mr.
You're
Hotshot.
the hero they're talking about?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to win now?
I don't know. Do your worst. You're gonna attack me or not? That was slow. Okay, enough waiting.
What a strange guy.
Yeah,
Why was he so confident to begin with?
I don't know.
Well,
got to
now
his
that we
head.
won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
So you wanted me to win.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some
Favorite.
restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Yes. Why? You want me to throw rocks at people?
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
Yeah, say something.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
Thanks,
all
I
right
feel
then.
honored.
I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament, and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you.
Really? Where are they? Didn't know I was so popular.
Well, since
Most
everyone
would
sees
run
you
away.
as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm
If
putting you
only
straight
there
through to the
was one.
semifinals.
Huh? But we only just
Semi-finals
started
already.
the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
That's why I'm their favorite.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise.
Yeah, if she sees a favorite, he's going to get to the finals
Besides,
at least.
At your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about.
Literally no one. After a long wait, your opponent in the semifinals.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard.
I hadn't forgotten why I'm
Very
here.
well.
I'm
Show me
determined.
that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
Alright, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Why? It's just like 2 steps and I'm in the arena. Was she going to hold my hand?
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
I'm prepared.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna lose.
Okay,
Nah,
follow
I'm
me.
just gonna say I'm ready. Yeah,
At
it's this guy.
last, the moment
Wrong
we've all
sheet.
been waiting for. The semifinals have begun.
You're a bit faster now,
Who's it
aren't
gonna be
you?
this time? The hero or the dark horse?
That's why you're called Dark
I don't
Horse.
care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's
Yeah,
what
well,
here
I'm using a sword. Well, you tried. At least.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
I believe you have the potential to be champion.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision
She's
once.
being
I
sarcastic,
was a
right?
kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome.
That's not
I
a
don't
bad
often have the
idea.
pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow. Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
If there would be a chance, so will I.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick, so don't get too cocky.
There he goes.
Okay.
Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Why? Wait, what? What? What the hell? Okay, well, I know I haven't activated these, but I was just Geo a moment ago. Why am I animal? Huh? I noticed that because of my colors. What is going on? Does it force me to be animal?
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next
Well,
time, huh?
Next time's
By the
always
way,
better.
do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a
Okay.
brief moment. But before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league.
Well, he used his strengths.
Still,
And
I'm
your
sure he'll be no
weakness.
match for you.
Okay, talk to this guy. Now there's only one.
Hey there! Well, where did the other guy go?
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place.
Yeah, so it didn't work at all.
His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply.
In one
Why
punch?
don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
Yeah, how did your match
Don't
go?
even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit.
Well,
I don't
that's a
dare tell my
shame.
master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Okay.
Alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
Still animal.
Maybe we can go
Why?
talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes on you. And see if I'll switch.
You gave
No,
an
I was
outstanding
Geo.
performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. And it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent.
By
That is a
that
most
you mean
invaluable
not
skill.
using lethal force against anyone? You have a keen eye.
In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw,
I
but what I heard.
also have Kazuha, but
The
so
ground beneath your feet.
I'm waiting
and
to
the
get
pattern of your
materials.
breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
It sure is.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battle. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
It's wild that we make it to
If that is the
Inazuma.
case, then I have a proposal for you.
There's nothing to be afraid here.
Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
You're still one.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill?
So he's not fighting when it's unnecessary.
I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have
Exactly.
witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy.
But it is unfair.
Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from
Favorite again.
Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You're saying like I'm going to fight a raid boss or something.
Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Oh, he feels it.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling?
That's why
through the
he's
wild?
animal.
In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about.
I have my
Come with
secrets.
me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
Okay, we'll go. Am I still? Yes, I'm still animal. But I have my geo, well, kinda geo configuration on, so I know I was geo. I don't know what's going on.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bounds. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Oh,
Introducing
man. That's
Lyra's
just
traveling
exaggerating.
hero!
Well, he's happy about it.
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he
he's still not
hasn't
here.
arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
Maybe they're too intimidated to show up for the finals.
They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Of course, the thief
Let me
ran
see.
away.
It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
My opponent was no-show anyway.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Come with me. I can sense the wind.
To a shore with a boat. Well, good thing we have Kazuha here. Otherwise, that guy would have
Owing,
gotten away.
correct?
Hey,
The winds have come at an
crates.
opportune moment. Let's seize this chance.
I know I don't have much
Ride the winds
time.
upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Oh, come on. Go through the circles. And there's this
By
guy
the way,
here.
what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Just gotta get rid of this guy first.
I'll protect us.
Can't run from death.
After all, it's some useful materials.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Doesn't know.
Hubris.
What
This
now?
way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Motion to compel.
That's not much of an ambush.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Just gonna make quick work of them. Haven't I been on this side of the island? Although there are parts of Levi I haven't been. Well, there he is.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze.
Well, I don't know how
your
to
chosen
do
escape route
that.
was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into.
So
And on
only
top
thanks
of
to
that, I
his
could hear
senses.
your boasting and proud laughter in the wind. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I
Lousy
fought my way to the
fighters.
finals and...
Nice one.
So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I
course
wasn't
you
about
don't
to give up
stand a
on the vision
chance.
so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me.
We've got nowhere else to run now. Just give it up.
Drat. This should have gone differently.
There will be consequences if you resist any further.
I know an empty threat when I hear one.
Give up the vision, we'll let you go.
Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh?
Is it?
You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Well, that's true. But, isn't that kind of crazy?
Whoa, whoa, we don't need to go
Branding
that far,
someone's
do we?
face.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Well, better not risk it then.
Disappear!
Back off!
Yeah.
Huh? How did he vanish? Into the wall? Well, you lost anyway.
No, no! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
How about breaking the arms then?
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him.
Testing
Put down
him?
the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
The treasure hoarder leaves in frenzy.
Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision, but unfortunately, nothing happened.
So you were planning this all
Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened.
along? It can.
From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment.
But it's not that kind.
I've tried many other methods
Not that kind
in
of
the
a
past,
way.
though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
I'll try.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter.
For Ether, it
This was
would be
expected.
even more complicated to
I suppose this vision
reawaken.
is still mine to take for now.
Why are you so attracted to this vision?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend.
Tragic story.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived.
I
People's
hope his
aspirations
idea
were
wasn't
stripped
just
away as the Raiden Shogun began to
witness
construct
it.
her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps
But a
he thought
second
he of
chance
all
of
people
what?
should make a stand.
Also, look
Coming
at Sarah.
face to face with the Musono Hitotachi
She
was
had
all that he
sword
truly
there.
desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness.
Kinda
In
foolish.
his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Yeah, what a tragic story.
Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please.
And that's why his hand is bandaged. Because as I heard,
all right then, it's time
holding
we return.
someone else's active vision kind of burns you or releases energy. Okay,
Allow
let's
me
go.
to gather the wind for us once more.
So I'm getting teleported back. And I'm still the same. Guess I'll have to switch back. Return to arena. I am at the arena. Something was supposed to happen.
Windblade!
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang.
Oh, that's
It
why.
seems that the Crux Clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
As always.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux Clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the
Yes.
case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying
It doesn't matter,
goes,
just
honor given
take your
is honor
prize.
deserved. Now,
So
let me go
will
prepare
we
the champion's
be
medal
able
to
to travel
award
to
you.
Inazuma now?
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word, but the
Oh, I
voyage to
trust that.
Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip.
Plagued.
In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7
Oh,
archons.
mostly
If
thunderstorms.
Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime,
Alright.
I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
You can do that later.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Okay, that is finished, and we can move on to the next one. Just take this, and then off screen I'm going to finish Ganyu's quest, because I had enough of holding on to those. If I will feel like it, I will record them. The champion medal. Now, setting sail. To go back to the harbor, right? Let's not waste time. I want to get there and start farming all the stuff and exploring. There's a lot to do. And I do mean a lot. Hey, Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you,
I
traveler?
have heard that every day. About traveling to Inazuma.
Yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are.
Don't worry, the other Catherine will tell
taking
me.
to Inazuma, right?
I've been waiting all day for
Oh,
you.
is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beto sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beto is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether
Well,
the journey
thanks.
before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssos.
I'll miss you.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Like breaking the fourth wall. Because it's true.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on
I
Narukami
knew
Island.
it.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay.
It's always
Thanks for coming
there.
all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Al.
Okay, let's teleport. Good thing that is there. Wait. I forgot. So it did... I don't know. Wait, no. I'm not going to be resonating with Electro immediately, because I don't have the right set for it. I was farming a lot and it still wasn't enough. I'm going to be Geo. Yo, worship. It's already max, not worship. Resonate. Yep, everything's like it should. I don't know why it switched to animal suddenly after that one cutscene. I'm going to be Geo for a while. Then maybe switch to Electro. I know I will need it, but I have Beto for now and Fischl is
You
getting
finally
ready.
made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Apologies, Captain.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Yeah. Still, I don't get it. What kind of eternity? It's just a big word, eternity. And a little nice cutscene. There's Kazuha, enjoying the view. After braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally comes into port. Sadly, we didn't see the thunderstorm. I never, though, actually tried on my other account sailing all the way into the middle of the ocean. Is there a thunderstorm? Maybe there's something hidden. Because it is a large distance. It's very beautiful. All of Inazuma. There's Toma already waiting for us.
Oh, hi there.
I knew from the very beginning he was different than anyone else in Inazuma.
Sure
That's
kept me
because
waiting,
he's
Captain.
originally from Mondstadt.
And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
You could say both.
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately.
Looks like Beto doesn't care about Raiden.
Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them.
Yeah.
Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders.
Surely the rumors exaggerate.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
Why would he? He's not a troublemaker.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
But does anyone know?
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Okay, we got this.
Please, Captain Beto.
It's not like I can't teleport instantly back. What if I would teleport back without touching the statues? Can I still get here? Well, besides Ice Bridge.
Things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
No.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Okay, then. I'm gonna grab already a few things right here. This viewpoint. That's a nice picture. Actually, I like this place a lot at night. Oh, so this is already activated. Okay. They thought about this. And there's gonna be a lot of things to look for. And the statue. This is one unique one. A lot of crates in the water. Oh, wait, why can't he climb up? Let's see, there was one vendor or something. Another inspector.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency, both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million?
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Can I ask what are all the fee? What does it include?
I wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
That is a major discount.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
Wow.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
The residency application is processed smoothly at the Outlander Affairs Agency.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
Yep, I think it's about more than the Mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech.
Then why we did have to do
The
it?
way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here...
Yeah, you're gonna clean all the tourists.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really
That's
comes
just
in handy.
horrible. Doesn't anyone push back?
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito.
At least
Essentially,
there's
it's an
someone.
association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Yeah. The Raiden Shogun feels further away than ever.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see.
Exactly.
So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
That may well be.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Yeah, after lunch.
And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you
Highly
straight.
likely.
I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito picture's better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price. You understand?
Oh, I get it.
Not you too.
You want
No,
us
no.
to do
In
something
this instance,
for
when
you.
I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
So what's the job?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind.
I
Here's the
wasn't saying
situation.
anything.
As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Kurisu, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll
Hey,
wait for you here.
that's just like my name. Only Japanese. Where is he? No, yeah, there he is. Hey, Kurisu, I like the
Hello
hat.
there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander
Luckily,
Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
we had a friend with us.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
Yeah, we almost did.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh. Of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Oh yeah, a valuable resource.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow, but then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call them?
Yes, it is.
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to.
How about just closing every trade?
It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is
And
that
tell
our
them to
taxes
back
will
off.
soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
Could you discuss with the situation with Kanjo Commission?
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder.
That's sad.
Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful
Oh
lot
yeah,
at the moment.
Kurisu is from Fontaine.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
Try and negotiate?
Well, Kurisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
But we're good investigators.
Right, and besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Under a tree by the coast. Nice meeting place. I don't think the shops are still available for me, but I'll check it a bit later. Oh yeah, this.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Yes, we just
So,
arrived.
what do you need with me?
Where do you source your goods?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business.
Well, I'll find it eventually.
Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
Yes.
Guy's got a bad attitude.
Can you reduce your prices?
Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
They already are.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Let's go talk to Thoma.
Let's check back in with him.
Okay.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
No, we need your help.
We're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help us. Help you out.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about the Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Seemed like a Mondstadter to me.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma.
And got greedy.
When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
Yeah, what a mean
I'm sure it's
way.
more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
I'll go back and talk to him again.
Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Just some hints.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Well, time on your hands. Some would call it a form of freedom.
Where's this coming from?
Let's see. A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt?
Yes. Oh, well, yeah, I can only offer from these resources. Well, dandelion, I guess, suits it better.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Let the wind lead,
my hometown.
as Venti
the
said.
home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Just close your eyes.
What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
No, not that. Grilled tigerfish getting while it's hot.
Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
And never be extinguished.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right.
Yeah, it's getting close actually to lantern,
Look at them
right?
floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Leela Harbor.
Leah.
Okay, that would be... Yeah, I can give you this one. Julian Chili.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people have supported you in the past.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me.
Exactly.
Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So
that's
I caved.
why.
Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
Come get a drink with your friends from the association.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
Yeah, so controlling the trade.
It's plain evil.
It is evil.
Like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence. You
You're
get
right.
that,
Without
they can get in
conclusive
trouble.
evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really?
Oh, I need that.
There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Keijiro! It's him!
Okay. Let's try this very stealthily. I do love these stealth missions. You just got to be fast enough.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage. It's not like I'll get any customers.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Okay, he's done with the small talk.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line. What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Can he hear me?
Further away! Let's catch up a little!
He's not getting away. All the way caught up. All the way. Just hides a
What could he
few
be doing in a
things
place like this?
at the shore.
Looks like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
Why would he hide something here?
Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Hyman thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Even if he did find more, we would give it to the Trade Association.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here.
Because we have enough.
This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction.
Not
each
the
one
best
proof
place
of
where
his
to
guilt.
bury your guilt.
Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Okay, just don't take too long.
Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree.
Yeah,
the rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
Oh, you're the one making a mockery of the rules here, Keijiro.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
Yeah, you can call that.
So happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true? You've been swindling us.
Yes,
Well,
that's true.
You see, the taxes,
Yes.
Let me take a look at the ledger.
Explain.
Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this?
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Yeah, by ripping off other
Word
people
has it that samurai
to no
commission
end.
place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all.
No, it's just a
I'm
warning.
simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession.
Just make
correct?
it there and give a part back.
Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike.
Yeah, that.
And us merchants could
that's how
finally
I
have some more
said.
breathing room.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Yeah, poor
Come on,
guy.
Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
I understand, man.
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand.
Yeah,
They're never
helping
grateful.
hand.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the commissioner's name. You outlanders have no respect for the rules.
What rules? Calling someone out?
Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now.
This place is full
there
of
any
corruption.
need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
Or you don't have to.
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon. Context.
Here's my card.
Huh.
They don't
from
know
the
what you're
Yashiro
talking
Commission.
about.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady
Yeah. You're showing something, that fan.
of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
A petition for what?
Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give...
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving!
No buts.
Let's
Get
dinner
lost.
one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist.
Really? You want to burn them even more?
No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Yeah, as I said, you burned them already.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
No worries. Ayaka has his back.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else,
Not
I'm
much.
sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future. Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
Okay, we'll move somewhere else. Just a few meters behind the tree.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. Alright.
At least you know.
Time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Well, the Yashiro Commission.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Okay.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time?
Oh, that's not
The
much.
Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct.
Yes.
The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself.
I pretty
I'm just
much
someone who was
understand what
fortunate
that
enough to be
means.
taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super
So I'm guessing
famous
Ayato has too much on
given
his
the reaction
hands.
of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose
So
those
he's
who
your
treat others with
boss.
compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return.
I'm looking
Miss
forward to
Kamisato's
meeting
situation
Ayato.
certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
Okay, so where did this fixer of Rito thing come from?
You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island.
Well, that's not
And I got to know Captain
not
Beta
bad.
during that time too.
And just helping out everyone.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of
Probably
your intention to come to
Beidou
Inazuma,
gave
she
the
began
news to
looking
everyone.
forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree.
I never offered to help. I'm here on my
That's
own
an
mission.
unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
I have one goal here, to meet the Raiden Shogun.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now.
Okay.
One more thing. This
Although I
invitation
have
letter
you
is for
in my
you.
team.
When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter.
I am on Narukami Island. Thoma, wake up.
Good luck with everything.
Are you gonna
See
tell
you
me
soon.
Rito is an island? There's 6 islands in Inazuma. Where do you think I am now?
Such a bad guy, huh? Owing?
There's one problem.
What's up?
Outlanders are unable to leave.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Tomo forget that too?
I think perhaps not. It's just another
No
test.
wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komura Tea House to settle the score!
Straight to the tea house, butt right in, and say it to his face.
Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
Oh, we're gonna get stopped. Rito escape plan, yeah. This is the one I need to finish.
Stop there! Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island.
It's urgent.
Kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito?
Wonder if the Kanji Commission has heard of
Are
us.
you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Biggest fan. Okay. Just gonna hop over here. Okay, let's meet this
This is the
guy.
Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
Not trespassing.
The Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Entertains.
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
Yes. Everyone's so disrespectful here. This place is full of nonsense.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan.
Yes, I
It's an honor to
understood
meet
that.
you both.
Hey there.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And
He's just
I
trying
hear you
to
also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue
make us
Harbor.
feel
Even
good.
beat one of their harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Whoa, you heard about that too? Yep, it's true, all right.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
Ultimately, they still got their way.
Rito is greatly honored
Kinda.
to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder
Yeah,
whether you
this
might be so kind as to render your assistance to
this
the Kanjo
already
Commission.
sounds like going shady.
Sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Time to run some errands again.
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Chingshin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Chingshin, would you?
300?
Freshly picked, I mean.
I have around 60.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
I think you might be a couple orders of magnitude off.
Too much trouble, is it?
Well, considering you have to travel, pick 300, travel back, crate them somewhere to be fresh.
Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
I'm not your errand boy.
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
700?
Hey, what gives?
Don't you have a postman?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people
A
lately.
little? If you have 709 delayed.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
No, I refuse. This girl's nodding. I'll need to look into it more first.
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
Hold you two.
Okay. I got back here. Saw this coming. Also, it took a while to get that electroculus from the roof.
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter?
Okay.
Quick! Let Paimon
Dear traveler, would that I already know. I'm not fret about retainers and bodyguards. I will ensure that their attention shall be elsewhere. I look forward to the pleasure of your company.
So
Yeah.
this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on?
We share the glance.
Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back?
No. Honestly.
Let's ask her tonight and see what...
Yeah, although geode isn't the best thing to use for climbing around such roofs, there's no other option for me. So wait until night.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Technically.
She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
Pleasure is mine.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments. And at last, we have the chance to meet.
Is this Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why
What
I
is?
wanted to secretly meet you here is...
I didn't tell you anything,
well,
that's why.
I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
And the disappointment in Ether's face. I'm leaving.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me.
Ether had enough of this
Allow me
bullshit
to
already.
explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami
How
Island
many
in my
letters
stead.
I'll have to
It is to be given to
deliver?
Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryo Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamachi. There is
Okay.
no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito.
Seems
That
like a
is my
reasonable
promise.
deal.
To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun.
Yeah, seems we need to get off Rito as fast as we
We
can.
don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods
is on the way, and
Very
we
well.
need to
I'll be
escort
waiting
it.
for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
Okay. Damn, I forgot how long this quest will be. As I said, this part will be a long one. As usually, the introductory quests
Hold
are
on, please.
longer.
These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Wait, Watatsumi Island? Why?
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady.
Yep.
You aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
You dare question my abilities?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right,
Slave of
my
the
father
Kanjo
has
Commission.
already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then
just
if
bail.
we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
Okay, finally we can get on our way. I know there's enemies. Loads of them.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Yeah. Get lost.
That tingle? I got careless.
To ashes!
Get all this ore before it goes away. It doesn't look like I'll have enough time.
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack! Protect
Monsters.
Lady Hiragi at all costs!
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Oh, come on, move! Sometimes I hate that I can't move even an inch. Just because I get affected by Electro.
Back off!
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiragi, stay close!
Just get out of my way.
Power that ended Python! Incinerate!
Achievement? Well, that's because I destroyed that guy.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
Okay.
Consider it a token of my appreciation.
Thank you, Chisato.
My lady. So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No,
Well, he had high hopes.
Clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Half a day?
Paimon never suspected that a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
I think his dreams just got shattered. Oh yes, Sacred Sakura favor.
We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there. Whew! We're finally on our own way again.
Oh, not
I suppose it's time
exactly.
to find Koma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
I'll get to that later. There's tons of quests and all of that. First of all, run straight to the city. Is it me or am I losing stamina faster than normal?
Let the show begin.
Put Barbara skill on should decrease my stamina consumption. Hiding inside.
Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
No, I didn't.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Yeah. Where did the human-looking Thelma go?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
I know a dog when I see one.
Alright. I've had my fun.
You're not fooling
You're
me.
this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier.
Yeah, I guess it was a test.
Quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Even if that wouldn't work out, I would meet Ayaka later. Somehow.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
So how did we do in our test?
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination.
Yeah.
A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
You mean Kazuha's friend?
So you've heard of his story. His light still
quite
burns
a
all
tragic
the more
one.
brightly.
We don't need to hear that again. So will we be allowed to meet the Shirsagi Himekimi?
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on
It's not
Narukami
finished?
Island.
I thought it is. Let me just snoop around here. Ha. 180,000. That's gonna help me a lot. Anything in these rooms? I guess not. Okay, here we are. The statue.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often. Dude, are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into the statue?
There, I see a Dendro, Hydro, Geovision.
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt decree?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of
we
Eternity.
get it already. How many times
The
I heard
Raiden
it?
Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
Which doesn't work properly. It's like a breaking nation from the
Shogun
inside.
wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
For such a huge statue, there's just a few visible visions.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
That's how I would put it.
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun.
Hey, I can say what I want.
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Yeah, hearing voices.
Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that sound just now?
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then...
Could hear the sound of people's aspirations.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So vision symbolizes ambition and not power.
Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the
This
Kamisato
is
residence.
the biggest fact reveal about visions is the ambition. Okay, so after that short little pause and doing some wishes, I only got Barbara Favonius Codex, was it? And then I tried here and I got the Alley Flash, although I don't wanted the Midnight Waltz because I'm building Fischl and then didn't get it. Although I see the other Flash in stats is pretty decent. But this is not the end yet. I will get some wishes while in Inazuma. There's a lot to get. So maybe I'll be lucky. I don't have the need much for Ito because I have all beta already. But no Goro, that's the problem. So, why the change?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree.
Obviously.
It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
Well,
I
he
can't
lost
claim
his
to
ambition.
fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
Well, a wanderer is not the best idea.
Truth be told,
At least in today's
I'm not
society.
sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Oh yeah, you're kinda right.
He's a well-respected guy around here.
That's only good. What about you?
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima to
Yeah,
stay.
what's happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago.
30 years, that's a lot.
Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did?
I doubt
we
it.
will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
That's how troubled people are.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me?
Yes, you.
It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
Well, depends. Everyone depends on you. Think hard.
True. But that's not why I chose to stay here, and what made me want to come here 30 years ago. And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time?
It must be
I
important.
don't have answers to those questions.
Stay for 30
because
years.
I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay.
Well,
in that case, if we
try-
help you rediscover
try-
the reason you chose to stay, you won't
Yeah.
need to leave anymore,
try
right?
rediscovering.
But if you can't remember anything, it's
Any
not gonna be
notes?
easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a...
I keep a diary?
He doesn't even know
If
that.
you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
Unless you lost it.
We will leave you
There
to
a
find
long
the
time
diary.
ago. How would you
We
forget
should head
about
back
it?
to the village to inform the others of Tejima's
And the vision
situation.
hunt has only been a year, so he lost it a year at least ago and forgot everything. Kinda weird how losing ambition loses your memory. There's a log.
This looks like Tejima's diary, alright. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying
Well,
today.
that's an interesting
The string
pet.
broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance.
Nice little decorations there.
Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh?
Well, there should be more.
There's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
I hope it's not that shrine which I'm thinking of. This part is already going long enough. I don't want to make it another 2 hours. Oh. It's, yeah, this one's probably underground. Probably. I mean, I already know there are some tricky spots where the Electroculus might be. But yeah, this one's underground. So, examine.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about.
What is it?
Interesting.
A charm?
Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with
there's
him
one.
all the time,
It's way above
there's
me.
a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it.
Wait, is it the same one? There could be 2 on the same spot. Okay, never mind. Get on the pole. There's the elemental sight. Wait, which direction? Here. And here.
Here we are. This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot.
Well, those rocks look suspicious.
The soil
Maybe
looks
it's
like
under
it's
it.
been disturbed. Maybe
The soil?
Tejima buried something precious
Everything's
here.
in grass.
Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look.
But if he dug it,
It looks like
he
a letter.
you would
yellow.
probably
been
like to
written a
forget about
really
it
long time
for a
ago.
while.
Honda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
It's here, Paimon. It's here.
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take...
I wonder, I should talk more to other NPCs as well. Is this person even alive? And if it is, where is this person?
I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too.
Yeah, you have some
I
memory
have no
loss.
memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me?
I don't know.
Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out.
Well, you remember
Love,
that at least.
Regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Does that make you feel sad?
No.
Well, probably.
Not especially.
No?
After all, I've forgotten who she was.
I would be shocked.
Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
So do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that.
It would.
I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing.
Yeah, I know that
Thank you
feeling,
both
but
for
not
helping
for
me reconnect with
from
my
for
reason
getting.
for staying here. I shall remain here and keep.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still.
Somewhat okay.
Makes Paimon really sad.
Yeah, me too.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
Well, not much.
Well, let's go find the next
Maybe a
person.
later update something will fix him.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Oh, the samurai. Okay, there he is.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Yeah, emergency provisions. Like emergency food?
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What?
No.
We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution.
First of all, why is there an emergency?
In the past,
I get it, there's
we'd simply
war.
ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered.
But not
now,
the whole
he
city
suddenly
is at
refuses
war.
to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Yeah, hear both sides of the story. Well, let's hear your part.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
Well, we heard that you lost your vision recently.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And
also, another
it's not just
memory
that.
loss.
I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place.
Well, that's even
I was
worse.
chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth, but we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
That's the job I do mostly. Find some treasure hoarders. Well, they are actually not too far. Hello, people.
Terra Smash!
Too bad. Couldn't do anything.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Hello, gentlemen. You wish to discuss something? Before I send you to hell.
Motion to compel!
Well, looks like they have nothing to say. My lawyer will dispose of them.
There goes all the Mora! We worked hard to steal them, you know?
Look at that. You're trapped.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid.
They don't see you.
You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Forget it. Tell us all you know about Kurosawa.
Kurosawa? Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal! Now show us what's in the box!
Okay. Paimon's making the deals for me.
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Owing. We're talking tons of Mora here.
Well, that's bad news.
This Miss Owing and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
Like
so,
how
we redeemed ourselves for some
Paimon
IOUs.
sounds mean.
Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Just don't get in my way. I've had enough of treasure hoarders. Okay, let's talk.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you
That's
find
quite a
something?
name.
Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
About these IOUs.
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Wait, hold on.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Oh, he was...
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions
on
at
all
his own
his money.
expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed.
Someone has to do something about it.
As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself.
Well, he
if
was
you're still curious,
somewhat
why don't
ashamed
you go ask him yourself?
of his status. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
What bill?
We didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I see. It's the same as in Rito.
Don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
Okay, fair enough.
At least we now know where the
It's not
emergency
2
provisions
million.
are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Speaking of swords, I will have to get the new weapons.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
Well, that's not a
Did you
good
manage
idea.
to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
Actually, I found out something more.
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when
You
I
really
brandished my
forgot who
sword
you
to
are.
scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
The sword.
This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door.
Oh,
My father ended up catching me in the
like
act
showing your best
and
toy to
scolded me
everyone.
severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, You should.
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
The words are virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryou Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade.
Well,
I'm incapable
sometimes
of being
you
a
have
good
to
person,
just tell them
yet
to
I'm equally
buzz off.
unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Hang in there, man.
Troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
Well,
In any
maybe.
case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
It's no trifling matter.
Yeah. Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Poor soul. Yeah, that's how we could say it. And that one happens to be here. And we're here.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Hyman heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo.
I don't know
Luckily,
what to
there's
make
some
of it.
people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a traveler.
Don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
Now hold on,
Don't
man.
make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please,
Yes,
accept
it's
my
noticeable.
apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
We can wait till he's recovered.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him.
Well, that's amazing.
But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both
Well,
think
he lost his willpower
that
then.
he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism.
Oh yeah, the
But
Shrine
if I'm
Maidens.
honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Yeah, I guess we should. And wait until night for the exorcism.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now,
Don't worry.
Nanako was attending to him. She heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes.
Well, that sounds more like
All the while he kept calling those names.
delusions
Some of
and
them we knew. Others we didn't recognize.
something
One of them
not
was
right
Anzai.
in the head.
He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him. So the exorcism can finally continue.
So are the Shrine Maidens like doctors here? Do they have actual
The ritual
doctors?
has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
There's one guy eavesdropping on us.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Yes, why not? Why give up halfway?
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted!
How did you catch up with me so quickly?
Well, you see, you're old.
Are you
and
sure
I'm not.
you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does, unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. Long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
Okay.
Senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
Why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again.
Oh, you're holding a grudge
When we
against
were
him,
young,
right?
we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him,
and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Meikyo Shisui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation.
Well, that means he already found his ambition.
By his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui
Okay,
art.
so you're kinda jealous that he took your position because of trying.
Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high
It's not about who
expectations
trains
from
the
me.
most.
Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too.
Yeah, you took
I
that
fled
too
the dojo
seriously,
that day
man.
and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down though, I still respected his mastery of the blade, and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection.
That's because no one connected that to the loss of his vision.
I decided to quietly come and see if
It's
it were
not
true.
just going mad.
Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten.
No, man, that's just you.
So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Okay, and just jump down.
You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Well, you're not a
Wanna go?
doctor.
Please.
How can you
Try
know?
not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed,
sure
and has
really
abundant
puts a lot of
experience
faith
in
in
the
her.
exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, Should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Ai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Ai does not like to be kept waiting.
Yeah. Right there in the background. It's kinda like already showing me.
I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Ai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Ai's attention?
No.
No,
That's not what I meant
probably
at all.
the
You misunderstand
possibility of being possessed piqued her
Just mean
interest.
This is Lady Ai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself.
How do you know? Did she
Anyway,
say that?
You should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Okay, I will gladly join you.
Sure. After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Ai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows?
Very curious.
Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Oh, we will.
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends.
Oh, so before I
As you
wasn't
will
worth
observe,
it yet.
I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Thanks for knowing.
Ooh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh.
No, we
Paimon,
won't be
you are
servants.
most entertaining.
She has enough with
Toma
Toma.
is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Alright then.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
My feelings? Well, I hope they can one day be free from their torment.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
Okay, I will help you fight the Vision Hunt decree.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all.
Yeah,
Now
after
then,
making me
Given that
witness
the remainder of our
what
discussion
Raiden has
pertains to
done
matters of a
to
more confidential nature,
the citizens.
perhaps we can move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Ayaka and Toma take you once again to Komori House.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
Do you even have to keep watch?
So, what's the
It's like
deal
a
with
sacred
this
place
anyway?
already.
What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
That's understandable.
Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes
Okay,
sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
exactly.
In any case,
A secret
we can
hideout.
talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
No one. Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt
The
decree?
issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless,
hold on, Paimon.
In addition to us, there is also
hold
the
your anger
resistance
for
on
a
Watatsumi
little longer.
Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes.
That's
Many
what a
who have
resistance
lost or
is.
fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree.
What kind of god is the Raiden
The
Shogun?
almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of...
a tyrant?
Well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Without feeling anything for others. You could say, have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt Decree?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
That's how in real life goes. Nothing goes through if the others don't bother. Have no further questions.
Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka.
Just don't get the wrong idea,
To the
Paimon.
naked
They're
eye,
not real.
their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
Like I didn't want one to.
The problem we are facing right now is that
Just as
Master
a
Masakatsu, who is
artifact.
providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
It's only right that he should be saved
Exactly.
too.
I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
So, you're offloading that job to me, huh?
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Okay. I will be on my way.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me.
Oh, there will be
If
trouble.
you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt Decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we?
No, let's move.
Hey, wait! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on, this way. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh, quiet.
And there's Yoimi.
Just sit tight and watch for a moment.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision!
Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
Alright, alright.
Wise choice. Alright.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Seems we were fooled.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you should be sorry this time, Paimon.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
I really
Practically
love her
everyone on
character.
Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without
Well,
her and
that's
her
a nice
fireworks,
title.
summer on Narukami Island just
Can't
wouldn't be
wait
the same.
for summer and see an event about her.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
Oh, Miss Kamisato mentioned his name.
You don't say! Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble.
Why her? You're not in
So, what about if I
cooperating
join you
with her,
instead?
are you?
Sure,
Well,
welcome
right
to the
now.
team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Time to break him out.
Okay. Time for a jailbreak mission. Okay, we're gonna go in from the back. Yes, needs pyro and cryo. I'll just stay with this.
Now that we're inside, legend.
What's a jail or something?
Come on, this way.
Inside
As long as we stay
police
quiet, we got a
station.
good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
You sure? Alright then. Just be careful not to get caught.
Oh, she's fine.
You too.
Yoimiya's very capable. So, yeah, these are the new types of domain. Oh, attack me! Are you guys gonna wait or what? Took you long enough, and one fell down.
Terra Smash!
Talk about a big door.
Yeah, it is big.
We need to collect something shaped like
This
Magatama
design
in
of this
order to
place
open
is
it.
beautiful. Huh, missed.
Allow me to strike first.
Time to teach these guys a lesson, but I'm not gonna joke around. Nothing here. Any chests? No. Elevator? Nothing over there.
Battle formation.
Screen, so I could be caught in a trap. Not like they're gonna kill me instantly.
Get them! Terra Smash!
I'm lost.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it.
Yeah, it's a sliding door. We haven't seen those.
A lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Motion to compel.
Terra Smash!
You guys should put bear guards
Teach me
here.
a lesson. Soldiers, quick!
Incinerate! Replica flame!
Hey, you wanna play like that?
Ma'oof! Incinerate!
You cannot match my bravery!
Come on, with this all interruption.
I dare you!
To ashes!
There? Okay.
I've lost!
Don't ask what you can't handle, man. Don't dare me to do it.
I'll protect you.
I don't see anything else hidden. Stairs. Stairs ladder. What's so good up here? Oh, a chest.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Yeah, trap floor.
Brace yourself! Show me what you've got! Don't hold back!
Incinerate!
What hit me? Oh, these guys are electro-infused all the time. That's what hit me.
Bested. I dare.
Motion to compel.
Okay, got 2 of these. Anything else? Seems like let's do a big heal.
We can do it.
That's why I use Barbara. Sometimes I just need bigger heals, not just rely on foods. Anything else in these dark spots? Yep, I threw him down. Oh. I don't need to go up. We got the third one and to the door now.
Terra Smash!
And he's down.
Let the show begin.
Open the door, open another door. More sliding doors. Free XP book, not XP books, but talent books. Yeah, looks like some kind of a prison cell.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there.
We're already
that must
hiding.
be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
And they're having fun torturing the guy.
Those Tenryo Commission brutes are torturing him.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
We need to ensure we have a means to escape.
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
There's Sarah.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
A little.
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
She's also enforcing the Vision Hunt.
Make way! Let me have a look at him! I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself.
Old Sarah
Do I make myself
is a
clear?
pretty nice person. Well, at least in this kind of a sense, that she doesn't allow
yes,
torture.
It won't happen again.
And any other shameless actions.
This is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Well, she heard it, but not the guards.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
They'll find us for sure if we don't do something.
Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Makes big fireworks.
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
Nice work.
I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to.
Make a grand fireworks display.
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
I'm beginning to think this wasn't only intended as a distraction.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
This whole quest is just amazing.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on! We've got no time to lose! They could be back any minute!
Yeah, like Sarah. It's right there. You were all there watching us this whole time, weren't you?
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Yeah, thank you.
Leave this place.
And we have a nice press chest.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us.
It's gonna take a long time.
Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him.
Luck was on our side this time.
Right, Kurosawa. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him?
Maybe, I guess she just doesn't like how
It seems as though there are
the
some
situation
okay
was
people
going.
among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
Somewhat good news. Jailhouse fiesta.
Tokujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Not the best moment for now.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt Decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree.
Yeah, so if
This
we
is
want
why
to
she
stop
was
it,
so
we
willing
have
to
to
allow
break
us escape.
Raiden first.
If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Thanks for the compliment.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt Decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts, and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
Yeah, that's just wishful
A
thinking.
ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game?
I already find it amusing hearing it.
As long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put,
Paimon,
every
you're always
person
thinking of
prepares an
food.
ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do
Also, a fine way how to get an upset stomach.
Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But what should we choose?
Let's just stick to the classics.
Let's see what
Since
we got
we're
here.
eating, I don't want to
Fresh
die.
fish fillets, shrimp, bamboo shoots. Nice! You can't go wrong with these. Paimon can't wait. Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot.
Edible.
Don't go wasting the rest now. This was possibly the
What's
scariest looking
inside?
hot pot Paimon's ever seen.
Yeah, scary.
Fortunately, Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
Yeah, you can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
You're sure you wanted to play
I'm
this
afraid
game?
it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards.
Strange
Even with the
ingredients.
traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka?
Cakes?
I think the traveler ended up eating one.
Did I? Into hot pot?
Cakes in hot pot? Ugh. Think of the texture.
Yeah, it's like a stew, but now it's worse.
I must apologize.
What
To be
made
perfectly
you-
honest,
What made you
I
put
thought the
cakes
cakes would be a tasty addition.
in hot pot? Cakes.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down.
Yeah, you should, Tom. Don't eat this stuff ever again. After a while.
I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
He just doesn't want to lose.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the god of hot pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Well, congratulations.
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace, and with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it.
Oh,
I'll
will.
tidy things up here and start thinking
I
about
will
our
check
ingredients for our next round.
Most of the islands for treasure.
Gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma. Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
And that's the end of Act 1. And boy, it took a long time. A very long time. I will have to do a lot of editing. And it will still be a few hours, maybe 2 hours long video. That's rare for me to do. Okay, so thanks for watching this long adventure, and I'll see you guys next time.